Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the finance meeting of November 14th. The video is now working, so we can get on with our business. On the agenda additions and approval, Council, are there any additions to the agenda?
I'll second that.
Thank you. Moved by Councillor Shukin, seconded by Mayor Little. Call the question. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Thank you. We have no presentations this evening. Is there anyone from the community that would like to speak at public participation? Please step up to the podium, state your name and street for the record, please.
Hi, my name is Gary Smurfett. I live at 3950 Gilbert Drive. I see in the committee financial package today there's a council quarterly financial update as of September the 30th, which represents 75% of our budget year. This document is presented, but there is no author or sign off on it. It's just a spreadsheet. And as I worked my way through it, I had a number of questions, and I'm just wondering if in the future, perhaps when these are presented, there could be a memo that goes with it. The document could be signed off by whoever prepared it, with explanations for some of the cost overruns, some of the areas where there's large amounts of unspent money. And I guess my comment further is for all reports that come to council over the years. I've noticed this. There's a large number of them that come, and they don't have any author listed to them. They just say a report is from staff. And it makes it very hard, I would think, for the public to know who's preparing the report, and it's probably hard for council to know who's prepared the report and who accepts responsibility for the accuracy and correctness of the information that's presented to you as well as to us. Thank you very much. And I guess those comments apply to council as well, but I thought since committee's first up and this is a report at committee, I'd bring it up. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Anybody else? Seeing none, we will move on to adoption of the minutes, page 3, section 4 of the agenda, Council.
I'll move adoption. Press my button.
Second.
Okay, moved by Councillor Epp and seconded by Councillor Shukin. Call the question.
Sorry, just one point to discuss. This was just sort of so this is the meeting where they had the consultants in PINA on the climate action plan. And at the request of this council, we did ask for the questionnaire to be postponed in terms of it being launched to the community. And it would be great to find a time expeditiously, I think, to relaunch that. And I believe it's probably now that as Mayor Little has restructured the committees on that, that's probably an environment committee environment committee issue. So Councillor Gray, it's no rush, but it'd be interesting to get that back on track. And just hearing you over the last few weeks, you have some ideas about climate mitigation, and it'd be interesting to build those in or reflect further on that in terms of the survey.
You bet.
And I have no further comments. So just
That's a good point. Yes.
We'll master for the next time.
Thank you. Okay, I think I was called the question. So all in favor? Opposed? Carried. Thank you. Okay, and receipt of minutes, we have none. No business arising. Sorry?
Just on business arising, if I
Yes.
can get a copy, or if there, as Jay's pointing out, Under item 2, it says that Steve, that's another Steve, I guess from Pinna Consulting, has a report, a summary of discussions for council, and as soon as that's available, that would be handy for us to have in our hands to look at and discuss at MEASC and otherwise.
Yes, Mayor Little.
If I may, through the chair, Sue Lynn, I don't know if we've received that report back from PINA Sustainability, have we? Not yet. Perhaps we could ask staff to follow up on that.
So the intention was that to develop a draft report after the survey was completed. So as of now, the survey, so that we don't have a draft report yet.
Okay, through the chair, just for clarification, we wanted to revamp the survey questions, Councillor Gray, and then relaunch the survey. After that, we will engage PINA Sustainability. Is that clear?
Yeah, I guess it would be good to have a conversation with PINA Consulting and see their contract and that sort of thing to understand what the parameters are of the discussions.
Okay, perhaps, oh, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say perhaps Councillor Gray can liaise with the CAO with that and then contact PINA Sustainability.
Certainly.
Thank you. Anything else under business arising? Sorry, I scooted too fast for them. Okay. Now, can I move on to reports? Okay. Okay, so under reports, the West Shore Parks and Recreation Society has given us a recommendation to accept the budget that they have presented to us. And I ask council,
I will, I'll make a motion for discussion. I'll
Okay.
move that the Finance Committee receive the 2023 WSPRS budget for information and recommend Council approve the budget for discussion.
second by Councillor Shukin. Any discussion? Yes.
Yeah, no, thanks very much.
This is one I've meditated on in years past. And the West Shore Parks, the Juan de Fuca Rec Center is a great resource for the region. But it does consume, it's a big item on our collective tax bill. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's okay. I just, in terms of the budget, and a question through you, Councillor Donaldson, to Sue Lynn, I think what we've got here is, based on the agreement with West Shore Parks and Recreation, there's not really a lot of room to move on this budget. So and I noticed that in your recommendation. So I just wanted to be clear on that, and yeah, just get some clarity on that.
Yeah, so if I may add,
Yeah.
this budget has been approved by the West Shore Parks and Recs Board of Directors.
Gotcha.
So it's just for us to, for our council to adopt it, approve as formality. You don't have discussion on anyone who don't agree with that,
Yeah.
unless you're sitting at that discussion at the board.
Okay. That's what I was thinking. So I just wanted to clarify that with you. Thank you.
And who's our new rep on this committee?
Councillor Donaldson, I believe.
Yes,
Yep.
I am. So you can express all your concerns to me. Okay, so moved and seconded, call the question. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Thank you. And the second item, the council quarterly financial update, September 30th, page 37. And I have a,
Before that,
yes?
Sorry, I do have a few questions about the quarterly report. Is it okay to ask them now, or should we? I'd rather almost ask them now, as opposed to.
Can we have a move, a second, and then a discussion?
Sure.
Yes?
Sounds
Okay.
good.
Okay. Move.
I would move receipt. I would move receipt of the
Moved by
report.
Councillor Shukin,
Second that?
by Mayor Little. Discussion. Go ahead, Jay.
Through you, Councillor Donaldson, I think Mr. Smurfett's comments about a further memo and signing off are valid, and be interesting to talk with you, Sue Lynn, about how that might fit in with the next reports. That said, thank you very much for the thorough report, and I do have a few questions or a few observations. Just throwing these out generally, and there's a lot of information here, so if you don't, okay. Just an observation, I noticed that business license fees are really down. So we budgeted $13,000 for business license fees, but there's only $185 collected so far. I forget what page that is, I'm sorry. And again, this is just a comment. The fire department, there's a line item called CRI 2021 Fire Smart Economic Recovery Grant Expenses. And is this just, I believe this is just spending of the grant that we've received already?
That's right.
Great.
So this will flow through, so you have the revenue and then the corresponding expenses.
Perfect, okay. The school site is going to be the subject of much broader discussion. I'm sorry, I forget what page that's on right now. But I just noticed that the MACA, the budget to date, and I believe this is revenue from MACA, is indicated as $22,000, but the year to date is only $5,700. And same with other rent. The budgeted amount we have is rent of $70,000, but the year to date is only $23,000. And same with building maintenance. The costs are budget of $3,000 and then year to date of $10,000. So I just wanted to flag these as items that, you know, probably will inform some future discussions as we go along here. So, but thank you for the information. It was, and I appreciate you flagging the areas that to be attentive to, and then where we had, you know, on the positive side as well. So, yeah. Thank you. No more comments from me.
Yes, so case in point, one of the positives is $5,000 collected in MTI tickets, fines and other legals. So that's a start. But yes, there's lots of discussion to be had when we start our budget talks. And I do want to commend CFO Sue Lynn that just the grading of the highlights that you've done. This isn't something I've seen before, so it drew my attention to these sorts of things, so that was good. So that helps us navigate a little bit better. Okay, any further discussion? Mm-hmm. Yes, Mayor Little.
No, I also have a couple of pages of comments, and perhaps what I'll do is, if it's okay with the finance chair, I'll forward to both you and the CFO, because I think some of these points we need to discuss at budgeting in terms of projections. Depreciation, it was included in some parts but not in others, and I'm sure there's a reason for it, I just didn't understand. I also agree with Mr. Smurfett that a summary, a memo that would be attached to the spreadsheets would be really helpful. I'm just wondering if we have monthly budgeting or if this is a quarter budgeting. Perhaps you could answer that one question. Quarterly reports, okay. And so that's something we may want to discuss in terms of monthly budgeting, because we may have a better handle on money coming in and money going out, but that's for future discussions at budget talks. Okay?
Okay, thank you. Okay, any further discussion? Okay, call the question. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Thank you. Okay, we have no correspondence, no bylaws, no other business. May I ask for adjournment to the finance meeting, please?
I move that we adjourn the finance committee meeting.
Second.
Moved by Councillor Gray and seconded by Councillor Shukin. All in favor? Opposed? Carried. Thank you very much.